Hello, welcome to another episode of Drinking with Comics. My name is Shawn.
I'm Mike.
And before we get into the Marvel May previews, I got a little okay, so I want to go through this isn't a toy podcast, but it obviously, we rub shoulders with that lifestyle choice. So I want to talk about a couple things. So I saw Big Bad Toy Store, who I've avoided simply because they have an Agent Venom figure that is unbelievable, and it's like
Uh-huh.
$200 or something like that. I've just not wanted to spend the money on it, so I've
Which
avoided
one's
going to
that
Big
one
Bad.
from?
I'll put a picture in here. It's
Okay.
unbelievable. Our friend
Yeah.
Bickness turned me onto it, and I was like, oh man, it's been every time they re-release it, I'm like, I gotta order this, and I don't, but it's amazing. I saw something, and I went to Big Bad Toy Store because let's face it, we're never going to get a Hooded Cobra Commander figure, and it bothers me. Right?
Oh, I know what you bought.
So the
Okay.
first thing I bought is this figure, and it's really cool. It's so Big Bad Toy Store are doing their own proprietary figures, and so they have a line called Soldiers of Fortune.
It's based on Action Force, or not Action Force. It's based on an old 80s toy line. Do you remember when you'd go, like, there was a knockoff G.I. Joes that were
Yeah,
like, I don't want that shit. That's not G.I. Joe. It's
yeah.
those figures made as classified figures.
I didn't know that. So
Yeah.
this is the agent, the enemy, and he comes with two heads. The one head is just like a dark-haired guy with sunglasses.
Hmm.
This is the other fucking head. So I bought this
Oh,
shit.
you got the blue one,
I
right?
bought this instantly. It's dude, it's fucking Cobra Commander. It's Hooded
Hmm.
Cobra Commander. So I bought this. I'm happy with this. They're good. They're not as good as so they're not as good in some respects, like the articulation and whatnot. Classified is better. It's a sturdier figure than some of my classifieds. Some of the classified there's been issues with that I just astound me. So it's kind of they both have their weaknesses and their merits, right?
Well,
So
I
I
mean,
bought
that was
that.
made to be popped your head off and put it on a Cobra Commander body.
Yeah, I'm not even going to do that. I mean, I'm fine with the
Just it
suit
works.
because,
Yeah,
yeah.
it
Well, I
works.
look
Yeah.
back on like what is it like? I forget if it's the original series, Hama,
Hmm.
Marvel, 80s. I forget if it's like 38 or 32. Right in there, there's like a whole thing with him talking about how he like came up with like basically a pyramid scheme and this and that. And there
Yeah.
is a scene of him like talking to people in what looks like a conference room with a suit on, if I remember correctly, or like a button-up shirt and a tie and the fucking cowl. So
Hmm.
this is fine.
Yeah.
I might buy a secondary. I have a couple Cobra Commanders. I'm not going to take their heads off, but maybe I'll buy a second one of one of the iterations I have. However, I also saw that Big Bad Toy Store has this thing called Operation Monster Force.
Those look pretty
And
cool.
dude, this
Which
thing,
one
so
is that
this
one?
right here, this is the Sleepwalker figure, and the
Okay.
thing that convinced me to buy it is it has two heads, one of which is a werewolf head.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the head that it comes with. It's kind of a Zuckus head.
Yeah.
Uh, really cool Nazi-esque garb without actually having to have Nazi shit on it because I've had
Yeah.
enough of Phil Anselmo and Pantera and Nazis, Elon Musk to, for the rest of my life. We don't need that. However, werewolf head
Uh huh.
does not go on the fucking figure.
Uh.
I mean, I don't know if you could see me when you were before we rolled. Like I was
Hmm.
literally
You were just like.
trying to fit the. It does not go on. So I emailed them and said, like, please make this right. All I want is a fucking werewolf figure. Like, come on, like a werewolf soldier figure. So I don't know. I mean, I also pre-ordered this thing. They have a line called like the Cult of the Crimson Moon, and it looks like a red cowled Cobra
Yes.
Commander. I pre-ordered that.
I like looking at those toys. I don't like because I didn't go down that classified rabbit hole because they were unavailable when they first came out.
Right.
And quite frankly, I'm glad I didn't because I would be buying all these and
You
be
should
like,
be.
yes. But I do like going to Big Bad Toy Store and looking at the pretty pictures of these guys every time they release them. Like they're
They're pretty
cool
cool.
looking, yes. And I like the fact that like some of those like you see those like the figures are based on things like there's like a guy with like a white suit with like a black kind of like a weird like Hydra
Hmm.
head. That's the original like Action Force British version of GI Joe, where they would like make the GI Joe figures in. They didn't use GI Joe in Britain because it's American, so they created a thing called Action Force. Yes, and they would just rework the figures for their storyline, and then they created new ones for that, and that's one of the guys that would fly one of them too. So it's kind of neat that they're making these various Action Force figures, and then the other one, which is maybe it's called Action Force in America, like their version of it. I don't remember. I literally saw the ad for it the other day.
The Action Force thing, there's a great video by this G.I. Joe channel called Destro's My Spirit Animal. Great channel.
Yeah,
And he did a whole history on Action Force. And their version, they didn't have Cobra. They had the Baron Ironblood and the Crimson Shadows, I think they were called. And that's
yeah,
what
and
yeah,
that white guy's Baron Ironblood. Yeah,
yeah. But this is pretty cool. But man, I like the Zuckus head is cool. I like gas masks. I have several as decorations in my home. Uh, but I want the fucking werewolf head, and I'm really, really bummed out that this doesn't work. Like, so I'm hoping that they can make good. But I
yeah.
mean,
I'm
first world
sure.
problems.
Is it? Does it look like it's too small of a hole, too big of a peg?
It looks like it's the same fucking size to me, and
You
I even
just can't.
soaped it up.
You can't even
I
pop it
even
in there, huh?
it will not go in, man. Like I fucking hurt myself trying to get it in there. Like I'm like, what the fuck? So I don't know, man. First world problems for sure, but that doesn't make it any less. And like it's such a shame because the figure's cool. The packaging is really fucking cool. Like you got your window and like there's like a comic
Yeah,
book kind of thing here. Really sturdy packaging. Great. It looks like some great accessories, but if the werewolf head doesn't fit, I'm just gonna be fucking pissed, man. So I don't know.
the head
Again,
don't
first world
fit. You're
problem.
gonna quit.
So okay, so that's my mini review there of that. I mean, to BD. I'll let everybody know what I emailed them and see like can I exchange
Yeah,
this for another one. So we'll see.
there
Um,
there are interesting figures in that line. It's definitely one of those like, oh man, I'm not. I'm so glad I didn't because, whew, I'd be broke right now.
well, I mean, the good thing about classified for me now is like we're, we're pretty much past any. I mean, there'll be a few, but for the most part, we're entering into the territory where I couldn't give two shits about what It's like so just some of the figures are. It's past when I bought it, and also it just gets too like sci-fi,
Yeah,
So
that's the stuff I like though. I like when they get. I literally like sci-fi. I like when it gets weird and like.
I like some of the weird, but I don't know.
Yeah, but not all of them. I mean, there's just some guys that are more silly. I always like the classic green shirt dudes, but there's the occasional like sci-fi, for example. But I liked just the weird vipers. I think there's a new one called the
Yeah,
Wraith Viper with the ghost hands and all that stuff. He looks
yeah,
pretty cool.
it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, that's something. It's
Crystal
like
Ball with his weird ghost things going on too.
yeah, and the weird
One of the
Cthulhu
best
mask. I
Crystal Ball
mean,
figures I've seen.
yes, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Like it's very cool what they did with that, but I was like, I'm good. If I don't know.
that'll
So
be. You're at that point where you're picking and choosing more or less, but something will pop up and you're like, God damn, that
yeah,
Baroness has got
absolutely.
a yeah.